That's right, the Vancouver Titans will be taking on the NYXL staff.
You know, how highly touted and like they're just...
Now we can wrap a little bit and start to put extra pressure on False as Kellen's gone deep and already picked Skyreaper out of the bunch. I would say Western talent of the last 2 years. Both on the same team.
Oh, yeah, probably.
At DPS at the very least, right? This is an investment in the future, and they probably saw that and said, yeah, these are guys we can really develop in this roster. Trying to dodge around Flora here. Recall force. The Spy is in trouble now as he'll be harangued by more of the NYXL.
Yeah. Titans hold on to their sound barrier here for the fight coming up.
See, there is a contest right now on the card. Kellen just trying to harass Shockwave a little bit. Shockwave, who doesn't benefit from the sound barrier at all. He's just too far away from Mars. Despite that, it's the DPS for the Titans that go to work and lay New York low. It's not connected, even though I'm pretty sure we got the drop on them there. So that'll be frustrating for the young superstar. Flora. Oh man, threw that biotic down awfully quickly. But False is still going to be able to pick Flora up here as Shockwave is probing with his tac fires. Remember, you can scout with this ability as well. We'll reveal the location of enemies if they're partially out of it. But the bot, again, it's with the Titans, and they have a comfortable little lead here.
And Kellen's bot's pretty much at the middle of the map, kind of having these fights back and forth. And if you're the Titans, this is totally fine.
Good dive timing there, Shockwave. I mean, everyone's scrambling to try and keep him on his feet here. Kellen repelled for the time being. Shockwave forced to the low ground here. Tac visor available, but he's 63 HP. This is risky stuff, especially with a sound barrier. And Yaki comes in and slaps him upside the head. Finding two in the meantime. Gangnam Jim very low. Really no way of escaping there, and it's all on Kellen to make something happen. And he's headed home.
Yeah, and that'll be the Vancouver Titans taking map #1. So, yesterday was like a drubbing.
I mean, mirror as we know. So that's just how quickly, by extension, the series. We'll keep an eye out for that. It's a road hog here for False Matt. We're going to talk about it. I hate it. I hate it.
And Kellen takes a ton of damage there. Just can't really capitalize on it.
Yaki happy to chase Shockwave to the end of the earth, though. Still needs to respect. Yaki keeps his head above water until the fisherman
nice hook.
casts his line.
All right, you have a Spire here as well. Maybe you can make something happen. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be quite the sight? Take a breather back to hell. Well, he does nothing here, right? He cannot help his team.
They also look pretty good running this, so with the 76. So why not just keep? Yeah, they just beat New York like in a straight up mirror, head to head. Yeah, that's a pretty risky pick.
All right, False gonna get primal. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty crucial. Can he do anything about Myungbong though? No, a lot of damage being taken here by False. He can't go too aggressive anymore. What a day to have eyes. What a day for it. Okay, so Shockwave taken down by Kellen there. The boop off the car was almost a backbreaker for New York. Masa doing work. But Gangnam Jim and Flora are back. Yaki, they're just going to pile on right now. And Skyreaper is but a smear upon the masonry. And Masa won't be able to touch. That was Overwatch right there. That was some Overwatch.
I'm playing lower here. Just watching the payload. Doesn't want to give up tons of free progress.
It's moving slowly.
Oh, that is a massive biotic grenade. Oh, connects with 3. They're able to get Myungbong, but Gangnam Jin and Kellen live.
Had to back away. Shockwave has a really interesting position, playing down inside the car wash. Skyreaper keeping False nice and topped up. All right, so how do you play around this? Your Brig is here, defensive biotic grenade. The rest of NYXL are filtering into this part of the map now. They're really just forcing the Titans outside of the server room. Not a problem for Vancouver if they can retake this ground without too many losses. Cart's not moving right now.
Gonna batter Shockwave all the way back to his spawn.
Oh god! Kellen secures that kill. And now we get 3 on card here. This is pretty bad for the Titans. Remember, they don't quite even need that checkpoint, right? Pulse? Nothing. Comes up with nothing from... No! Okay, yep.
All right, well, there's map #2.
That's a map, yep. 2 maps done in this series. And
give them the time and hopefully see some better results.
He's able to take a fair bit of space. The Titans let New York at least take control here of the computer shop.
And it just gets destroyed. But now you have players coming back here, and you might be able to turn this if you're the Titans. Yeah.
Yeah, no word of a lie. Actually, pretty elegant rotations from Vancouver, at least towards the end there, right? Give up the point. They know they still have 5 players to
87%. Now you lose Yaki, and right as you lose Yaki, you comp the Nano with the tac visor. Maybe this is enough to turn it, but you already lost some other players.
Okay, so having Ana, he's knocked out of it now. Good sleep dart though, as False slips on a banana peel. Yeah, he's down. Bite a grenade there connecting, and that will be NYXL making good on this attack.
Titans will now have the luxury of having the high ground. What do you want to... I mean, this is very different than like the Dallas Fuel, right? You have a Winston, you have a... I know Genji, you can come up here, access this high ground. Potentially, wait till you get a nano for a blade.
Yep. False trying to push forward now, but Kellen has plenty of healing, and False is out of rope. He's trying to jump away. 13 health and a dream. Gangnam cuts his life short.
A few times though, right? Where like they're in a position where, they just need to regroup and wait for the next action.
Though, and that's what opens the door for the Titans to move back in and actually commence a bit of a spawn camp, which means that behind this, they can scale onto the high ground and basically assume the same position they had before that previous fight after all the ults were used. Virtually putting New York in a position where they spent all that and they have nothing to show for it.
They got nothing. Yeah, I mean, I think it also just shows the importance and just how...
Well, Spire fights Myeongbong there, excuse me.
But also, Mitch, the way they're playing right now, right?
What iteration of this team we sort of get map to map here, but hey, good news for Titans fans. This is what you want to see.
Well, they slapped him and woke him up.
Was that false?
I don't know. They slept Kellen and then they ended up waking him up. And he's got the primal rage. That is
So, it's a safer way to play for sure. Yeah, not much here for the NYXL. They're gonna have to back away.
Yeah, and I don't think it's like a stretch to say that, like, in this dive-y-dive matchup, that the Titans have looked better than New York. Like, really much. That
I don't know. I feel like you were setting it up, and I'm thinking, hang about.
That he's gonna pulse on the tracer.
Oh, that's beautiful. He gets caught by that
better,
one.
Yeah.
And better than the idea of pulsing a fellow tracer, that's for sure. Right, so Titans working with plenty right now. Myeongbong's in a bit of a dangerous position. Yaki very, very low. Needs that healing, but Myeongbong was under too much pressure, and the Titans hold outside of the castle. Look, smiles on the face of Shockwave, and so there should be. Really impressive performance from Vancouver, not just comparatively, but objectively. Also going to take a while before we top back up, and Flora, key pick on Shockwave there. Kellen's back in.
Yes, he gets in really fast over the top. He actually gets hit with a biotic grenade. Does not matter though. New York has put a lot of forward pressure this far.
Weird when these primals get involved, right, Matt? When people start to get displaced. No more Ana left. It's just the Brigitte healing. Yeah, 90 seconds left, it feels. Some of them more comfortable.
Not even map dependent, like half dependent.
Oh, no. They should have put off the gas. They had to pull False out there, but Shockwave is able to get nanoed. He's in an amazing position. Yaki found two there, though. Not over, especially with the primal rage of play. Shockwave needs to watch out for the environmental kill potential, and Kellen just beats his brains out. They better hope that this is the difference maker. Shockwave gives away his position there. It was already known to Flora, apparently. Must have heard the fluttering of those wings. Master's down, Matt. Oh, no. 16 seconds remain. The Titans are going to try and regroup, but I don't think New York are going to let them. This could be an absolute massacre now. False is taken down inside 10 seconds remaining, and the Titans have to try and get someone up there to stall. They won't have a full 5 for this fight.
I think Aspire was going to get it sent into OT. Shockwave flies in, he's taken out.
Masa chased down by Yaki with the nano boost. He's got a blade if he needs it here. This is all but over. Yeah, New York able to hold out on defense here, and that's New York chalking up another one.
Out of either of these teams, I think you'll see them much higher and see how some of these players develop.
Shockwave going to respect Kellen's proximity there. Lightning field thrown down. Support's also benefiting from that on top of their passive reject now. But Kellen is tracking him across the map. He doesn't bubble dance properly, and he's hit with a biting grenade.
We've seen that a few times, as it's going to be New York getting control of the point first. I don't think it's going to be a long period of control, though, as you're going to have Myeongbong die as he gets jumped on by False straight away, and once you lose that tank here, it's pretty tough.
And now they're in a very compromising position. They don't have control of the point. They're outnumbered. They're going to try and buy some time for the rest of their team to get here, but now they've just staggered themselves. That's Gangnam and Flora that I'm referring to. New York didn't do that last fight. Pulse bomb, no good. Flora taken down here. Kellen is ridiculous. All right, so point currently being captured or attempted to be by New York here, but there's no one to protect them from this tactical visor. Vancouver have this one down to a T so far. See him sort of go in that direction. I'd love to know what he's thinking, but Shockwave won't be allowed to touch the ground. Oh, well.
Ugh. Yeah, I think he got booped, yeah.
Nice job by Masa. Still, numbers favor New York, and Masa is solo onto the point there, just trying to stall things out a little bit longer for the Titans. They go to 85 to 13. Oh, there's no sound barrier for this. Yaki goes in, and he gets himself two. Myeonbong forced off the point. Don't get booped away. Biotic grenade at his feet, but false. There's no follow-up damage on him there. Arnas are traded out. Pulse bomb in hand for Aspire. Flora, he knows now can't escape, but if he gets the stick, but the Titans will settle for taking the point now. New York have to come up with a response.
Yeah, they chase Lucio off of the point, and Masa's going to make his way back. As New York maybe give this one up, as that'll be the Titans taking our first point. As dude, New York was bouncing that comeback. They had it, dude.
You know, this high blood pressure stuff, apparently that's an issue at this age group. Okay. They're really a different flavor for these teams on this map, which is just by necessity, right? Shockwave's able to pick Flora out of the bunch there, and he's in a great spot to further pressure Kellen down. Yeah, this is question time right now. Do New York have the chops to make this comp work and keep themselves alive in this map and prevent and avert a potential map 5? Also defensive biotic grenade there. That's going to allow New York to maybe play a little bit more further forward. Breakwalk used there. Note that Titans still have control of the point here, which is quite crucial. They're running out of defensive cooldowns though, except for that one. That's a big one, the sound barrier. Myeonbong taken down by Shockwave while he has that extra durability. Aspire knows now he doesn't really need to make use of this pulse bomb. This is very good looks from the Titans.
And New York actually ended up investing their nano into this fight as well.
If they can, reposition those enemy Reapers away from the back line, or their Arnas specifically, that can really reduce the effectiveness of that ability.
You know sleep darts out.
You know it's coming. Oh man, Shockwave played that perfectly. Knew that key defensive cooldown was no longer available for Myeonbong, and he punishes.
Sleep darts gone. He just made it. Yeah. He just went right towards him, just charged him down as he knew he was going to be able to take him out with the Death Blossom. Relatively painless fight here for the Vancouver Titans to take this back.
Okay, without their runner, they want to commit.
I was shocked they ended up doing that, as that's going to be the pulse bomb. And ends up taking Yaki.
What? You can't be serious! Okay.
Yaki had to maybe walk over it or something, yeah.
But if he didn't have recall, he can't escape it anyway. Look, I'm not sure about what happened there, but still, it was enough for the Titans to get a huge advantage in this fight. Kellen's going to get brought down now. Reaching octaves we never thought possible. Hang on, ladies and gentlemen, we're off to parts unseen now. As New York have to use a sound barrier with only 3 players to benefit from it. Gangnam Jim getting pressured in the middle of the map, and Yaki has a pulse bomb. Where does this go? It has to be good. It's not quite there. Myeonbong's hit with a biotic grenade, but Shockwave is taken down. Ana on Ana action as Myeonbong eventually is picked out of the bunch. It's just going to be Gangnam Jim's healing, but Flora standing tall in the absence of that throughput now. Going to assist Kellen and making short work of the Titans, and New York is still in it, Matt. Unreal.
All right. 5.
It's got to be Shockwave. It's got to be Death Blossom. It's got to be now. Backing up. Okay, Kellen chases down Sky Reaper. It's a defensive Death Blossom there from Shockwave. Finds absolutely nothing. And somehow, it's all fallen apart for the Vancouver Titans. They were so close. Then it blows up in their face. It's one apiece here on Lijiang Tower. New York still have a chance to end the series.
Like crazy stuff happens and the Titans turn out and win it. The fight.
Shockwave was looking for a Death Blossom, but the rest of his team were just backed up because Kellen dove so effectively, pressuring this.
All headshots is definitely. They dove right on top of Flora, so there he goes.
I mean, look, it's not easy to hit a soldier with a biotic grenade, especially at range like that. So Flora really, nothing you can do about that. No Zaya to cleanse that away. That's nice from Aspire, really clean from him and making it impossible for Kellen to sort of get towards that health pack, denying that game you need to play. Shockwave, beautiful stuff there. Doesn't need the attack visor, the nano boost gives him that extra stopping power that he needs. Flora tries to cheat.
Like, look at this round.
Snipes away the Tracer.
New York.
Okay, created a lot of space, but False had the perfect answer to attack visor there. False, beautiful stick. That's stunning.
Nice.
Giving up a bit of space, but you know, they get Master here, and a lot of pressure now is going to go towards False, who gets given a nano boost. The Titans are going to try and stay here.
That is nice from Aspire as well.
Great stuff. I mean, that's very efficient, honestly. They did use a nano in that fight. New York trying to avoid. Oh boy! Yaki with the stick. Shockwave goes down, and that's it. That's what New York were looking for. They go up 95 to 99 now, and the Titans in no better position to assail this point, but they've got to go anyway. Fortune favors the bold here and there. Sound barrier for Masa, but it buys just a little bit of time, enough for Aspire to touch the point. Forced to recall now. Shockwave already in the chat, but New York have put this one to bed. In the end, quite an exciting finish, but for the Titans, their hopes go up in smoke.